Hey guys, I've got another action figure review for you, and this time we're going to take a look at the DC Universe Classics Eclipso. He was released in January of 2010 in Wave 12 of the DC Universe Classics, which was the Dark Side wave. So, it's pretty exciting. Um, I picked this guy up recently, the same trip I picked up the Heroic Age Iron Man at a mock time. They've got a big wall of DC Universe classics, and pretty much all of them are $20, $19.99. You take your figure, pick a pick, blah blah, and it's $20. So usually I don't pick up DC Universe classics there because I mean, at this point, it's the figures that, they're not the really popular characters, and they're not worth $20. So, haven't picked one up until now. But I was browsing, I look every time, and they had this one for $8. So I was like, and basically any DC Universe Classics new in the box for $8 is worth it. And then I saw it was from the Dark Side wave, and I was like, well, I guess I will pick it up. I don't actually have any of the other figures from this wave, but I do want to get Copperhead for I want him in my collection. My boyfriend wants to get the Spectre, and the rest, if I can find them, we'll build Darkseid. So that's pretty cool. But, yeah, so I'll just give you a look at the box. There you go. Marked down to $8. Woohoo! Also part of the 75 Years of Superpowers. So he has a collector button. Eclipso. Figure 1 of Wave 12. And there is Wave 12. So pretty cool. Pretty interesting wave. And that's Darkseid. He's pretty cool too. And bio and statistics. As well as the whoopsie. The prototype image. Excuse me. And yeah, so $8 is a pretty good buy for him. I mean, he goes for about that, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less loose on eBay. And he's like $15 or so, some 12, $15, a little more new in the package online usually. So I was happy. And I will show you his button. Now, if you watch my OMAC review or whatever, I mean, I don't know what order I'm putting these up in. Again, I'm filming a lot at once. But I said in that I like when they do a generic button because if it's a character I'm not like super familiar or super in love with or whatever. And so they did that with this character. Eclipso gets this button, which is just a kind of generic, DC button, which I like. It's got a few neato characters on there. Wonder Woman, Batman, Booster Gold, Mr. Miracle, Flash, blah blah blah. So I like this button, and I will definitely be putting this one on my backpack. He doesn't have any accessories, so it's time to look at the figure. I really like this figure. I mean, like I said, I kind of just grabbed him because he was $8 and he was a Darkseid waiver, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll get him. But he's actually really nice. I mean, basically he's a standard DCUC buck, but he's got a couple sculpted details that are really nice. His head's really nice. And I really like his hands, which I know sounds weird, but I'll show you them in a second, and you'll maybe see why. Or you'll think I'm still crazy. But let's take a look at his head first. So it's got this really really face. Just really cool. Little teeth. And it's got the nicely sculpted point, and the ears are really pointy. So really nice sculpting. And then the paint is, it's good. It doesn't, yeah. There were two of these in the store, and one had a blue dot on his cheek, and I was like, well, that's no good. So I picked this one, and he seems to be in good shape, so that's good. But yeah, so he's got this collar sculpted on, which is, not typical DCUC, but looks nice. And the belt is also another sculpted detail, which is really nicely sculpted. It's and painted, I might add. So it's got these nice detailed lines in it. and then it's yellow and it's got shading that's like you know, orangey shading. Looks really nice, so that's good. And otherwise it's typical DC Universe Classics mold. The boots and the gloves are not sculpted at all. The chest graphic, very cleanly painted. So that's, you know, basically what he looks like. Now his hands, like I said, I really like them. I feel like they just look, they look really lifelike. Like the pose, the pose they're in, the folds and the gloves look really nice. It's just a really, like, organic pose that it's like this. It's just like, so it looks really good. And the, you know, the fingers are long. They're not too skinny. They're too short. Whatever. So I really like that. And this hand is the same thing. He's just he's holding the little gem, whatever it is. I'm sorry. My only issue here is that obviously the mold for the hand had, you know, this in it. And so it was cast and they just painted the whole thing purple. So the gem is the same color as his glove, which actually, now that I have it in this light for filming, it actually looks like the gem is maybe translucent plastic, whereas his hand is not. That's weird. But it is still purple, so that's like what I said, you know, like at a glance, it just looks like the same color. And I was thinking about maybe painting it a different color. It would take 2 seconds, maybe painting it blue, just to differentiate it from the glove. But now I'm seeing this translucent plastic, I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see that. But, But yeah. So, I'll do his articulation. His head goes all the way around. You can see his neck is painted blue, because, I mean, you know, this is his forward head, and then they painted the blue in here. And then when you turn his head, it's like, oh, you got a blue neck. It doesn't move up and down, like, at all, really. Yeah. Ball disc shoulders, bicep swivel, the nice white detail they painted on his bicep. It's supposed to be the sleeve, I guess. Yeah. Elbow, nice wrist swivel. It's funny, I think you can still see here on the shoulder, he had a lot of oil on him. Still, when I pulled him out of the package, like my fingers got all oily. But anyway, ab crunch, nice and smooth. Typical range of motion for DC, you see. Now he has a waist swivel. You can kind of see it. But this giant belt hinders it. So he can only twist about that much before it hits the belt. And that's like me pushing it, squeezing it. You know, it's kind of soft, not really, it's slightly soft. It's soft enough that you can kind of push it if you really wanted him to twist for some reason. But I don't see it as a huge deal, because this is a nice belt, so it's okay. Split hinge legs, the cut above the knee, single jointed knees, and ankles. Whoa, hey. This ankle is a little screwed up. Oh yeah, he's got warped legs as well. Did I forget to mention that? My luck with the DC Universe Classics lately has been running out, and they've all been getting really warped legs. Like, this is his legs just straight down. They're completely bow-legged. So he's going to be getting a hot water bath as well, like so many of my figures lately have been. Don't know what I'm going to do about this ankle, but not the end of the world. I don't know if you can see how that is sticking. There you go. Sticking out there. So his ankle is really loose compared to this one, which is fine. Maybe in the hot water I can just hold, I'll probably, just when I do the hot water for the leg warpage, I'll probably just, like, hold this down and try and keep it tight as it cools down. But we'll see. So yeah, overall he's really cool. I mean, you know, like I said, I went in just to grab, you know, whatever, and I saw he was $8 and I said, sure, why not? And out came a really cool figure. So definitely happy that I picked him up. $8. Got a piece of Dark Side. So yeah, really cool. That's all I gotta say about him. So I hope you guys like this review. Yeah, I'll see you in future reviews. Thank you, as always, for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. You know, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.